When it comes to stress and anxiety, these are two things that can really keep you stuck in a negative situation, and they can feel like there's really no way out. So I want to share something that I think will really help you create a new awareness around your own experience with stress and anxiety, so that when it comes up for you next, you are able to kind of reflect and refer back to what I'm going to share with you and apply that. So something that is really, really cool and absolutely blew my mind when I was studying anxiety and the fight or flight response. I'm someone who used to struggle with anxiety a lot, and I had really, really high levels of stress and anxiety growing up and as a teenager and in my early 20s. And basically for most of my life, I struggled with anxiety, but I kind of kept it hidden very well, and I had this calm demeanor you can see now. So people didn't realize how anxious I was. But what I found fascinating in my own learning was how different animals in nature respond to stress and anxiety compared to the human response. So that's what I want to share with you, because I promise this is going to blow your mind. So when you look at a deer in the wild compared to a human, so we're going to look at the deer, and when it hears a noise, it immediately goes on high alert and it's ready for the fight or flight response. It's ready to either fight for itself, for its survival, or to fly, like to run away and have that adrenaline rush to get to safety. So when it hears a noise that might be a threat, it immediately perks up, it's on alert, it's ready to do either of those things. But then if it realizes that there isn't actually a threat and everything's okay, the deer will twitch, and so its muscles will do this big like twitch release, and you'll see its ears do that too, and it's like its whole physical body is releasing that quick stress response, and then it's going to continue eating or walking or doing whatever it was doing. So you can also see that when you look at dogs sometimes, they'll go on high alert and they'll be ready and kind of not sure, and sometimes they do like a shake or a twitch after, and it's literally like the animal's way of shaking off the anxiety or the stress and saying like, okay, don't worry about it, it's over. And so they're shaking, they're twitching, and then it's done and they continue on with their day. But if you look at that as humans, we don't usually do that. We tend to carry that anxiety or carry that stress on and on and on throughout the day. And so it's no wonder by the end of the work day, or the end of the night when you're at home and you're trying to relax, but you still just feel like you've got everything piled up. It's because you do, and it's because you haven't actually like shaken it off, you haven't twitched, you haven't released it throughout the day, and so you're actually carrying everything from that whole day. Then if you go to sleep, you wake up in the morning, you're going to already be carrying that energy, and you're going to be ready to react a lot quicker than compared to if you had actually released everything and you got a clean slate in the morning. So when you look at people who have chronic stress or constant crippling anxiety, it's usually people who everything's just piling and piling up, and they're so easy to be triggered because they haven't released the previous stress or the previous anxiety. So I want you to use this as a really great way to realize, okay, am I actually releasing things when they come up? And next time you're at work or next time you're out doing something and you feel anxiety or stress come on, after the situation's over, try to catch yourself and try to ask, okay, do I need to still carry this? Am I still carrying this? How can I let go of it and move forward without it? Because otherwise, like I said, you're just going to be piling piece on piece on piece, and you're just going to be continuing to get more and more overwhelmed. So that is an amazing factor in helping you focus on releasing what you need to release each day. And if anxiety or stress and overwhelm is something you really struggle with and you want to learn more about how I can help you to actually release those things and change your mindset so that you're not getting into that state all the time, definitely let me know, and I would love to help you with that, because the anxiety and the mindset work and the releasing is a huge part of my own healing, and it's been like a total game changer for me. But I hope that this little tip and this reflection for you will help you as well, because most animals in nature have that release response, and as human beings we don't. So we end up carrying everything, and then we wonder why we're getting triggered so easily. Then we maybe get even more upset or overwhelmed because we just feel like there's a million things going on, and it's because there is, and it's because we haven't learned how to separate and release the things we don't need any longer, and so we really are carrying a million things. So I hope that was helpful for you, and I hope you are doing well.